our next guest is the founder and CEO of Xen. Jordan Lazarus joins us now down here on the trading floor. Nice to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
Bit of a personal question. Have you been to the New York Stock Exchange before?
No, but I've done 2 interviews.
No way. Okay. Well, it's great to have you, and great to have you here on the show. Talk to me about how you've built Xen from a basement to a global brand. What does it look like to scale your property here?
Yeah, so I started Xen while I was in school. I was studying finance and investments right in Manhattan. Goal was to work on Wall Street, but life had other plans. When I graduated, I went full-time on my company, Xen. We had about 3 million followers at the time. Today we have about 45 million. We generate a couple 100 million views every single month. We work with brands like Disney, Amazon, Walmart, NASCAR, and so on, helping brands reach new audiences.
And talk to me, let's take one of those use cases if you're comfortable sharing,
Yeah.
like a Disney or an Amazon. Talk to me about what you're actually doing on behalf of them that they feel like they can't get anywhere else, but they turn to you and the team at Xen for.
Yeah, so we manage the largest creators in gaming in games like Fortnite and Call of Duty, and these creators reach hundreds of millions of eyeballs every single month. So we essentially market their product in front of the demographics that they're looking for.
How do you go about establishing the relationships with all the key stakeholders involved, either on the gaming side or on the big corporation side that obviously you're partnering with and clearly doing quite well with?
Yeah, so we essentially are the backbone for a lot of the creators. So we open the relationships with these brands where they might not have the reach or the connection to get in front of them, and we do everything from them for them from point A to Z, essentially running their email, doing the legal, doing the negotiations. We're a one-stop shop essentially for the talent.
What are the biggest pain points that the talent and the creators are coming to you with?
So they essentially are front-facing, right? You see their content, you see everything that they produce, but the back end they need help with. So you think of a star like Jalen Brunson, right? And the New York Knicks. So he has the New York Knicks who he represents, but CAA does everything for him on the backside, right? Mm-hmm. From legal negotiations, opening the door for brands. That's us with a talent, but we do both sides. So we're a team. You could watch us on, the leaderboards of Fortnite and competitions, but we're also on the backside for them, running their emails, doing everything. So we're a one-stop shop doing both sides of the business.
Of course, Villanova University's own Jalen Brunson. Had to give a shout out to my alma mater there. Talk to me about finishing 5th at, I think, the Fortnite final. Did I get this right?
Yes.
What is the context I need to know here?
Yeah, so FNCS Fortnite Championship was, the Globals was in Lyon, France. It was a $2.5 million competition. Wow. We placed 5th, #1 team out of North America. And we essentially compete with these teams that have raised or are valued at tens to hundreds of millions of dollars, wow, where we haven't raised a penny, right? And we were the #1 team out of America. Our players crushed, and we walked out with like $125,000 that weekend or so.
No kidding.
Yeah.
That's wild. Did you get to go to Lyon?
So I stayed home because I had the choice, but for me to run everything, oversee everything, it was easier to be behind the computer screen than be in person.
You're a founder and CEO. Sometimes you have to make those sacrifices on behalf of the firm. If we're going to peel back the layers a little bit, talk to me about the top priorities and what you feel is most on the horizon for your work at Xen for 2026.
Yeah, so the big thing for us is helping creators make gaming a full-time career. So a lot of gamers just, don't know how to monetize their audience, and that's kind of where we come in. So we open these doors and relationships with major brands, major connections, and help them monetize. So if you're a gamer, you have viewership and you need help, that's kind of where we come in.
That's awesome. Jordan Lazarus is the founder and CEO of Xen. Dude, you've crushed the cover off the ball, man. Clearly, you and your firm, congratulations on all the success.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for joining us. It's great to have you.